Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go! Green, 39!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... He's got it at the 15. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 45 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. Mike Bennett in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hurry up, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
3-19! 3-19!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down in bounds for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work out it? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. White, 90.
Now it's Ajayi. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run again with Ajayi. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
He'll look to throw. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will push the lead up to 5. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Hey, here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
All right, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man right side is Ingram. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. They'll look to throw. Able to get away. And his pass incomplete.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
Throw left side complete to Ingram. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. He's back to throw. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphries. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to have a third down. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start.
3-19. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice of the week, you score the game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about themselves. They got it done for real in this situation.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Let's go. 38.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now a desperation throw. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Giants, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a